Just remember just being like area of that.
Live.
Welcome everyone to another episode of Rockland Baseball. Hello, my name is Justin Bowman. I am here with Tommy, our stats guy. Unfortunately, Rocco couldn't make it, but we should be in for a fantastic game.
Indeed.
And a quick strike there. Looking at the starting lines for both of these teams, it's going to be really interesting. Not the same pitcher as last time, as Hayden Hatch will actually be your pitcher. Here, oh, good hit there over the middle. The Wolves grabbing the infield, couldn't make a play on it, and they will get the first base.
A little bit of a bobble there by the shortstop there. So yeah.
And it goes back. It was weird because we had that first game I was able to broadcast, and then we had that long break.
Yeah.
So now, I think that's them trying to get back into it as well. Obviously, Jake Levy, the person who we saw a lot of in our last game, now at third base. So we'll see how he does there.
Yeah.
So next up is their third baseman, Sweet. See if he can get anything to go for Cohasset. One runner on. I believe there was something on the field. Got off, so Sweet at bat. Hatch the pitch. Oh, trying to get the pick off there, but that'll be safe. And at a possible steal opportunity if they're not careful. Batch with the pitch. And that was going to be inside. Because Cohasset trying to get in the win column, get back into a positive record as well. And that's going to be a steal there. Can Colin Rao throw it in time? No, he's saved.
He is
no,
out.
He's out. What a call, what a throw by Colin Rao.
Impressive. Hardest thing to do in baseball besides hit a baseball is get a runner steal, and Rao able to accomplish that here today.
That was a fantastic throw by Rao. I was certain he was safe, but got him at the last possible second. Steal no good, so that's one out. It'll be a ball. Yeah, this is a really interesting game. Obviously, Rockland with a positive record. Looking to build on it towards a playoff run.
Yeah.
And that'll be a strike.
I think if you're Cohasset, you're just trying to get back in the win column, see if you can start a little bit of a playoff run for yourself.
Absolutely. You know, it's about getting those wins when it matters the most. Swing there, but that'll be foul. Wild swing. Ball almost went into the stadium. Luckily, the netting was there.
Nice contact by number 28 there, even though it did go foul.
Yeah, that wasn't a sweet hit. That was sour. And, oh, good hit there to the outfield. Can they get there in time? Yes, they can. What a grab. What an absolute grab there from Caleb Wallow. So now that's a quick 2 outs for Cohasset. Rockland will be up if they get one more out. And now the pitcher is going to be here, number 11, Bliss. So we'll see if they can get the out there. This will be one strike already. Here's a pitch. That'll be another strike.
It's a 1 ball, 1 strike on currently the count.
Can they get out of this inning and get back on offense? For the first time today, what a hit there to center field! And that ball will drop! Cohasset's running the bases, going to second. He's getting signaled, but he stays at second. A double for Cohasset.
Solid hit there by Bliss. Really just put some power behind the swing and see what could happen.
You can say he hit that swing with Bliss. I mean, it was just a fantastic hit.
Nice pun.
Now the designated hitter up, Cornell. Let's see if he can bring Cohasset home with a run here in the first. Of course, we had that first broadcast of our RHS Baseball. Then we had a little bit of a spring break. So now back. Unfortunately, the wind didn't join us like he did with our first game, where it was 30 miles per hour and we couldn't even hear ourselves think. It was insane. So
it was rough for me, and I only did stats.
yeah, we were just trying to make sure the cameras didn't just absolutely fall over as well. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout, and Rockland will get on offense for the first time today.
If I had to give any notes for Cohasset, good start. You know, you got a solid 4 batters up there. Good hit by Bliss there. So, yeah.
Yeah, so Rockland will get on offense. So, going to be really interesting to see what they do here. Because one of the things that they talked about was on defense when we talked with Coach Doyle a few weeks back. And we talked about it in the interview as well. It's about everyone meshing together as well with chemistry. But also, it's about limiting those mistakes. And for the most part, Cohasset started out swinging. They absolutely did a great job, but Rockland was very disciplined in preventing, major disasters and a run scored.
Yeah, I'd say Cohasset was just trying to swing for the fences there, or just like threw everything at the wall and see what stuck to the wall.
Like a piece of gum, just throw it at the wall and see if it sticks.
Yeah.
Or is that pasta? You make sure it's done al dente.
Yeah.
Making me hungry.
Yeah.
But overall, so we get a quick look at the picture here for Cohasset. Obviously, Bliss, who got that really good hit, that double, will now be pitching for Rockland. So that will be the pitcher for Cohasset, and Rao, Hatch, and Ayer will be your first 3 people up at bat. All 3 fantastic hitters. So it's interesting to see if they can get anything to go here. And the thing about baseball, especially in most of the games we talk about, the key is getting up early. Like you want to control the tempo of the game and sort of have them try and catch up with you.
Yeah, and we did see that last time we did cover a game with Rockland versus Hull. Rockland versus Hull. Rockland got up early and just held the lead throughout the rest of the game there.
So with that being said, this game warmed up here, but overall it should be fantastic. Now that we're sort of back in the swing after spring break, we sort of have a lot of games on the docket, so that should be a lot of fun. Our next game will be, I believe, Monday.
Yeah.
Monday, so early next week we're going to have some good things. I mean, it's compared to our first broadcast.
Yeah.
It was, for those who didn't watch the first broadcast, I'm pretty sure it was 30-mile-per-hour winds. It felt like 70.
Yeah, it felt 70.
Like, all of our equipment nearly fell over. You could barely hear me and Rocco's voices. It was a struggle, to say the least. But luckily, it's nice and sunny. I believe it's 71 degrees and sunny for the rest of this game. So it should be a lot of fun. But I'm just getting warmed up here. Obviously, both the coaches taking their spots at first and third base. But, what do you... While we have a moment, do anything on spring break? Any fun activities?
Went to Jamaica, so yeah.
Ooh! I've never been to Jamaica. How is it?
Pretty fun. Yeah. And also, I think one thing that Rockland's trying to focus on is from the last game that we did cover was the base running. As you do remember, that base running where the runner just basically. I don't want to say he walked into second base. Doyle came off upset, so I think they're just trying to get base running in as the first. And
even then, the base running was still fantastic, but it shows that Coach Doyle really likes perfection from his team, and he's always been like that. Even when I was a player under him, he's someone that strives for perfection no matter what. So when he took over the head coach for 2018, when I found out, I knew that this was going to be a good Rockland baseball team. So here we go. That pitch will be high.
1-1 count.
Like I said, Colin Rao up the bat, the catcher. It's been a fantastic catcher here for Rockland. Can he get anything to go? This with the pitch, and that'll be low. I guess something goes. Rao hit there over the middle. Can they get there in time? They miss it. Goes to the outfield and he'll get the first base.
Solid hit there by Rao. Shortstop making a dive at the last second, trying to make the play there. Could not end up with the ball.
Fantastic hit there. So next up will be Hayden Hatch. And surprisingly, he's the pitcher. Last time we talked about it, how Jake Levy was the pitcher last time. So did not know about the MIAA rules about pitchers playing a certain amount. And trying to dive is the third baseman. They trying to throw home, and he saved. And wild pitch. Couldn't control at first base. So runners on first and third. What base running? You just talked about that. How that was one thing that they focused on. What a heads-up play right there.
Good call by Doyle there. Ball gets loose from the two players on first. He sees Rouse on second, has the opportunity to steal, and he takes the chance.
So Dustin Ayer will be up. And looks like number 9 is actually going to come in for Rockland. Caleb Waller will come in and just be that substitute runner.
The pinch runner.
Pinch runner, yes. I don't know why. I couldn't think of the name for some reason. I was blanking on that.
Yeah.
So here comes Bliss, trying to prevent disaster in the first inning. Whoa, high pitch. That'll be a ball.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about it. And if we had an all-name team for all the Rockland, the teams of Rockland, Sweet and Bliss back-to-back. I mean, fantastic last names.
Yeah.
Could definitely be on the all-name team. Bliss trying to get something to go. And they're going to try and steal second, and they will.
I'm surprised that no one was covering second on the steal there for Cohasset. You would think they would try to cover the bag just in case if slight chance they may get an out.
Yeah, and Rockland's a really sneaky team that they want to steal bases. They want to sort of catch you when you're sleeping. And they've been able to do that most of the year as well. And get runners in scoring position, that's exactly what Doyle wants. Sometimes it's a risky maneuver, but it pays off most of the time. So
yeah, and he's got no out, so he could get a couple runs in if he gets a nice little hit here.
And high pitch, that'll be a ball. So Dustin Ayer up to bat.
3-1 count to him.
Trying to see if he can get a runner home. Maybe even 2 with a good hit. Pitch here. Lost his hat. What a hit! To the outfield. Can they track there in time? Yes, they can. They'll tag up, and one runner will go home. Rockland will take the lead.
Nice hit by Ayer there. A nice little sack fly there, trying to get a runner in. Gets the runner in. Smart decision by Wallow, not going 3. And yeah.
I thought Dustin Ayer had enough to make it a home run. That looked like that looked great coming off the bat. But now runner on second, Rockland will take the lead. So fantastic stuff there from Rockland. Cooper LaRocco will be up. Trying to get something to go. We strike. One of the surprising things here is Gavin Matos not in the lineup today. A little bit of a rest day, or maybe sort of worried more as a substitute. But he's definitely been the best player for this team.
Yeah, so far.
So trying to get something to go. They're already at 2 outs. Can Bliss get Cohasset out of the inning before any more damage can be sustained? Pitch here. Let me strike. Runner on second. Trying to get something to go here for Rockland. A good hit could send yet another run home. Hit there. Oh my goodness! Heading straight for us in the stadium. It goes outside the back of the stadium. We almost got a souvenir. How about that?
We have to return the ball. I found that out the hard way.
Funny enough, I actually went to the Red Sox game on Saturday.
Nice.
And I actually sat next to the lady who threw the ball back after the Twins home run.
Oh, yeah.
So that was fun. Swing and a miss.
Oh, looks like Rockland only had 1 out.
So 1 out. So now they're at 2 outs.
Yeah.
Austin Daly will be up. Yeah. 1-0 here for the Bulldogs. Runner on second. High pitch there. That'll be a ball. So Rockland trying to get anything to go. Trying to add on before. Get back on offense. What a hit there. That's a pop fly. Depending on if they can get there in time. And it looks like they will. Cohasset will prevent further damage. It's 1-0 Rockland here at the top of the second. How do you think this game's going so far?
Pretty good so far. Rockland having a nice little half inning there. See, good trying to build on stuff. They're just doing a great job, and yeah, just hopefully they can keep up the defense up, see what they can do come the second inning.
Yeah, and you talked about the records. For those who don't know, what are the records of both of these teams going into this game?
6-5 for the Dogs, 5-8 for the Skippers.
Yeah. What a team name there for Cohasset. I don't remember, me personally, when I was here, I don't remember that name, but really interesting. But yeah, 5-8. Obviously, they're just trying to get some momentum with wins, but for Rockland, they're trying to make a playoff spot.
Yeah, definitely. Last year did not make the playoffs. Trying to be like the hockey team, trying to get into the playoffs, see what they can do. Funny enough, when I Googled the teams today, when I Googled Cohasset, I was like, wait, is that the Chicago Bears old logo?
Yes, they've had that logo for quite a while. The great thing you'll see about, high school teams in their logos is that there are a lot of people who do like the Patriots logo, the Panthers logo, the Bears logo. It just works. It was there when I was in high school as well.
Wow.
Back when Unc was in high school, as they like to call it. But overall, but Cohasset will come up to bat. So a little bit of a conversation there. I mean, honestly, Hayden Hatch, for his first time out, looked a little shaky. So for him, he's just trying to sort of get his composure down. Yeah. So Conrad, the catcher, will be up.
Yeah. I think what Hatch was just feeling is like maybe he hasn't started a lot of games, and you never know. Like you're facing a Cohasset team where they could be either or. That's a sailed foul ball.
Yeah, and I mean we talked about it last time, but I mean Jake Levy, I mean he had 5.5 innings, 6 strikeouts. I mean he was fantastic for them. You have to assume that if nothing else, he could probably be their go-to guy in the playoffs. And you see a good hit there. That is deep to left field. Can they grab that? And it looks like it will be a pop fly. What a grab.
Little, what is that, a tough grab by the...
little flare?
Yeah. He kind of like wobbled a little bit with the catch there.
So Cohasset, even with, a losing record, they're hitting the ball pretty good. This has been a fantastic start for Cohasset, even with them being down 1-0.
Yeah.
Hatch with the pitch. And they will call that a strike. Obviously for Hatch, he's just trying to settle in. Like I said, a shaky first inning, so trying to work on that ground ball, but that'll be foul.
I think what Cohasset's trying to do is like just swing for the fences and just like see what they could do. Like as you saw like that with that last hit, nice little deep drive out to the outfield.
And we could see another good drive there. That goes to the outfield, and that's going to get him on first base. What a hit there. So Conrad will get on first base. Next up is Simone. Simone, their first baseman, will be up to bat for Cohasset. Swing and a miss.
The thing I just noticed is that one of the Cohasset base coaches is one of their players. Which is
that's a new one. I've never seen that. Trying for the pickoff, but that would be safe.
I thought they got him.
And I think what Cohasset's doing, Tommy, I think you can agree as well, is that they're trying to force Rockland into mistakes. But to be honest, this is probably one of the more disciplined teams in the conference.
Yeah.
So we'll see if they can continue that. It's about, like we said before, it's about building that lead early. Don't allow your opponent to get comfortable with the lead and start getting into a groove. Yeah. And even with, some decent hits from Rockland, that they've given up, they've been able to track down the ball in the outfield pretty well.
Yeah, I do have to agree on that. I think it's kind of like hockey in a sense where it's like baseball, you're trying to build on that lead early, see what you can do because, mind you, you've only got 7 innings. It's not the MLB where you got like 9 innings or G1 where you got 9 innings, and it's like they're just trying to like see what they could do, try to build on that lead early and see what they can build on. Like it's also in hockey, you're trying to get that lead early and then have good defense to back up that good early lead.
Couldn't have said it better myself. I mean, absolutely. It goes back. Yeah. It goes back to any sport. Just don't allow your opponent to be comfortable. Force them to make adjustments.
Yeah.
No matter what in the game.
Like was a hockey example, the 2013 Bruins Leafs Game 7 down 4-1. They blew.
That was one of those games that I remember. That's like a core memory for me.
Yeah, down 4-1. The Bruins came back in the third, went up 1 in overtime, 5-4. That's a nice little flare out to the outfield.
And that'll be a good hit, good base hit there, going right to the outfield, and that'll get 2 runners on for Cohasset. No outs. Yeah, that's one of those core memories that I talk about. You know, one of my 3 favorite moments, definitely. Especially
now we can't use that against Leafs fans because the Bruins are not even in the playoffs.
Oh boy, it's been a rough season to say the least.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. That'll be a strike.
Yeah. I still cannot believe they traded Marchand during the season.
Every dog has its day.
Yeah.
So pitch here. That'll be a strike. Quick 0-2 count there. Trying to get something to go for Cohasset, get a runner home. Crocker with a good hit deep to center field. Can they track the ball in time? And they will. No tag up there.
Surprised by that. I thought it was deep enough for the first base runner and the second base runner would advance a base.
So, it went right to the center fielder for Rockland, and it was just great tracking. The moment he realized he had the ball, Nicholson grabbed it and immediately threw it in, which is crazy because Nicholson was a pitcher we saw in our last game. So a little bit of a multi-purpose player, call him Shohei Ohtani. And now 2 runners on, 1 out.
You never know. He could get the 50-50
good hit
club.
there, deep to left field. That's going to drop. Trying to bring a runner home, and it will.
And
runner on first and second. Cohasset gets a run home. It's tied.
And we've got a tied ball game just like that.
So just like that, Hatch really, obviously, we talked about the MIA rules with allowing certain pitchers to come in, but definitely a rough start for Hatch.
Yeah.
So trying to just prevent further disaster. A little bit, kind of a log jam. No one on third, but still 2 runners on. Hatch just trying to prevent another run in, and Cohasset taking the lead. Here we go. Hatch. Oh, good hit there. That's deep to right field, and they can't grab it. Bad tracking from Rockland. That's going to bring 1 run home for Cohasset. That's going to bring 2 runs home for Cohasset. That is an RBI triple. How about that hit from Soderberg? A triple there.
I am definitely surprised by that with the call at third. I thought he was out.
Yeah, I mean, there's a great hit there. I mean, goes back to Caleb Wallow not being able to track that ball down. I mean, the sun is in his eyes, but not really an excuse for a baseball player.
Yeah. Well, even though there's not like a lot of wind, there still is a little bit of wind, so the wind could have picked up the ball a little bit, drove it a little further than Wallow thought.
You know, Mother Nature take the wheel, as they say. Yeah. And another good hit there. That is deep to center field. That's going to get past all the outfielders. That's almost going to hit the wall. We have a chance at an inside the park home run if they're not careful. All the way to third. He's safe. That's another RBI triple for Cohasset.
Wow.
How about that? What was a 1-0 lead has quickly turned into a disaster for Rockland. And now they're going to have a mound visit here.
I would definitely say, yeah, definitely have a mound visit here of Hatch, because maybe Hatch may not come out of the game, just like maybe just like an update. It's like, hey, you seem kind of shaky, just like calm it down. The defense will help you there.
Yeah. So overall, I mean, it was a strong start from Rockland, because even with the good hitting from Cohasset, they were able to track that ball down. The tracking now not as good, but it goes back to Cohasset. They're hitting the
cover off of it.
Yeah, they're hitting the cover off the baseball. I mean, this has been a great start for Cohasset. I mean, they've just been lights out to start this game.
Yeah, definitely.
We're not even at the 3rd inning.
Yeah.
So here we go. Pitch here. That will be a strike. I mean, 2 triples back to back, that's got to be deflating for any team that you go against. And Hatch.
If I had to be honest, don't think we'll see another 11-6 game here from the Dogs.
And grounder there, but that'll be foul. And even then, for the most part, I mean, that was a 11-1 game, and then all of a sudden you had that rally by Hull there in that last inning, the last 2 innings. That really was like, you know, not worrying, but like, you know, it showed the resiliency of Hull. So hopefully Rockland can sort of embody that and just still focus on getting runs, like slowly chewing back into this deficit.
Yeah.
So Hatch here. Bliss at the mound. Or Bliss as a batter.
Yeah. I think my biggest question is, and this is about baseball, because the high school does share it with the football field. How in the world does the mound work during football season?
Not like that, because that's a good hit deep to center field. That's going to send another run home. That could be a double, but it will be a single. So, I mean, I will say, so that was another run home. That's 5-1 Cohasset. But I will say, when it comes to the mound, they sort of just put it on there and take it off during football season. As someone who was a former football player, getting tackled on this field is not fun. I can tell you that. Hitting the ground where it's just all dirt in your mouth. It's not a pleasant experience.
Yeah. Especially if we had like the wind last game, they should probably be cranking Enter the Sandman by Metallica.
Oh, my goodness. Definitely a good possibility there. But here comes number 23 up to bat. Trying to look at my sheet to see who number 23 is, and I'm not seeing a 23. So interesting. Sort of an unidentified player. Let's see what he's got.
Yeah, as you see right down below us, number 9 for the Bulldogs is warming up for pitching.
Not surprised at all. Hatch sort of tending to that shoulder. Hatch in the infield has been fantastic, but overall, you know, definitely a weird pitching day to say nonetheless. Definitely not his best day. And another good hit there. That is deep to left field, and that ball will drop. That's going to send 1 run home for Cohasset, and that will not send 2 runs home. Yes, it will, actually. That will be an RBI double. Quickly, this game is getting out of hand. It's 6-1. How about that?
7-1.
7-1. Even worse. Oh, my goodness.
And number 10 there for the Bulldogs. And they will pull Hatch early.
And I don't blame them. Hatch just struggling mightily in this game.
Yeah.
So we talked about Gavin Matos. Now he's going to be the pitcher for your Rockland Bulldogs. Sometimes it just isn't your best day. So Gavin Matos, one of the lone seniors on this team. Coach Doyle had high praise for Gavin Matos because of his leadership qualities and just how he was able to just play any position. So we'll get to see him at pitcher today. Going to be really interesting to see. What do you think Rockland needs to focus on? Because it just feels like every single pitch that they hit was just out of the park. What do you think that Rockland needs to focus on going into the rest of this game?
Hitting, definitely hitting. You just maybe in the bottom half of this inning, get some runs on the board. It's like just get runs on the board and see what happens. Like, just like as they always say,
you can't
die trying. So
yeah, it's one of those things where it was you can't just like focus on a full comeback. You can't just be like we have to get 7 runs this inning. It's one of those things where like once you get down this much, it's like how many runs can we get this inning? Okay, the next inning. So
I'd say for this inning, I think the Bulldogs should focus on 2 until maybe about their 4th or 5th run, then start working at that 1-run system.
So we'll see if they can get anything to go here. It's going to be really interesting. Gavin Matos, that may be the switch they needed. I mean, it was just a bad day for Hatch.
Yeah, and you can't blame Hatch. You know, he was the arm and just the hits just kept on going deep into the outfield, so you can't blame Hatch on that. He's doing the best that he can with the pitches that he's throwing.
So Conrao and Matos conversating, trying to see what they want to do here, because this is the first, like I said, this is the first time we'll see Matos pitch, so gonna be interesting to see. Like I said before, beautiful day here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. Of course, I say that it'll probably start raining in 5 minutes. No, not luck.
Not a cloud in the air.
Strike there. So, number 12 up to bat for Cohasset.
I'll stand by what else
Simone. Simone trying to get a swing and a strike. I will say, this Cohasset team, even with their record, has really surprised us today. This has been a very good showing from Cohasset.
Yeah.
That'll be a ball there.
Cohasset's jerseys or just uniform remind me of the Yankees uniforms randomly, like they're gray alternates.
It really does. Still look pretty clean. I like the solid color jerseys that they only go with one color. Still like the Rockland jerseys. I don't know about the pinstripe pants, but
yeah, well, a lot of teams do wear pinstripe pants. We
that's
do
true.
it.
That is true. Pinstripes in fashion for baseball. And Matos there. Oh, hit there over the stadium. Home run the other way. It almost hit a car.
And it's into a pile of dirt behind the stadium.
How about that? We nearly heard a car alarm go off. So here we go. Matos. And tip there, so that'll be a foul. Matos trying to prevent more damage for the Rockland Bulldogs, get them back on offense. Matos, that'll be a ball. Matos trying to get anything to go. Still that runner on second. Look out for. Hit there over the middle. Whoa, he grabbed! Will not be an out, but they will get the out there. So that will be 3 outs for the Rockland Bulldogs. What a great grab there by the second baseman.
Yeah, a 7-run inning by Cohasset. Wow.
It was a rough one, to say the least, because it went from, oh, this game's going to probably be one of those low-scoring games to, oh, this game's getting out of hand. And I mean, like we said before, this goes back to Cohasset just being fantastic. I mean, their hitting has been spectacular to start the game.
And what is it? You saw there after the inning, Coach Doyle was having a quick little meeting with his players. I think he's probably say like, yes, I know the score, but it's like, we're not out of the game. It's only the bottom of the second. We can come back from this.
I've seen bigger comebacks, trust me,
Yeah.
especially in baseball.
Yeah.
So the thing now is what you need to do if you're Rockland is you need to frustrate Bliss and get a lot of hits. Because if you frustrate Bliss, that means he may force some things and sort of give it an easier chance to hit even more. So Bliss, I mean, he showed a little bit of that in the first inning, but overall he's been spectacular to start the game. So going to be really interesting to see there.
And also, speaking of comebacks, we've seen like comebacks in other sports, like football, for example. The Patriots 28-3. Like comebacks are possible. It's just hard to do.
Yeah, they are a part of sports. I fully agree with that. I mean, baseball is the king of it in like the regular season and playoffs as well. There's multiple cases of, absolute fumbles by teams that are up by like 7-8 runs and then they consistently don't hit.
Yeah.
What do you think about this Cohasset team so far though? They're looking pretty good.
Pretty good. Just maybe try to get some. Just try to stop Rockland from getting some runs on the board. And doing a great job hitting so far.
I'm looking. Look at that custom blue glove from Bliss. Definitely really interesting.
Looks like a mix of blue and green.
It looks like teal. I could be wrong.
Yeah. Now
teal or turquoise, one of the two.
Now that you say it, it does look a little teal and turquoise.
Of course, I mentioned Morocco, definitely one of my favorite colors. So
yeah,
he's got me there. So after a little conversation with his team coach, we'll send out number 24 for the Bulldogs. So Jake Levy, we saw him at pitcher. We're going to see him at, batting for the first time. It's going to be really interesting to see if he can get anything to go for the Bulldogs. So quick 0-1 pitch, and that'll be ball. So that'll be 1-1. Pitch here by Bliss. That'll be low. That'll be ball. While we have a moment, want to thank all of our production here at WRPS, going from Seth all the way down. All amazing people here.
Yeah.
Gonna be doing the rest of the home baseball games and then doing a lot more games going into next season. So that's gonna be a lot really exciting. Football, baseball, hockey, maybe I'll commentate some tennis if I need to. Oh, swing and a miss. Levy couldn't get anything to go. That's a quick strikeout for Cohasset. And that's the last thing you want, Tommy. That's you do not want Bliss locking in and starting to do really good on pitching.
Definitely. You're trying to just like rattle Bliss a little, see what you could do, and it's like,
Oh, Braden Nicholson over the back of the stadium. That'll be foul. We'll say, the outfielders here for Cohasset, they haven't had much work. Grounded here over to second base. It looks like that'll be a quick second out as well. Like I said before, these outfielders, they can just like sit in the grass and pick it. They have not been tested once today.
Yeah.
They had one good hit from Rockland, that sort of center run home after a pop fly. But other than that, hitting has been few and far between here for the Bulldogs. And Maddie up at bat. That'll be a foul. Maddie, the first baseman for the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Been pretty solid. Not the greatest game last time, but still trying to improve, and we've seen the potential from her. That'll be a ball. Man, this is one of the first few good days we've had in a while.
Yeah,
like I said, it was it was raining for the better part of 17 weeks. It felt like, you know, just rain
Yeah.
and 50 degrees with a lot of wind. It was that last night as well. So, so feels
Yeah.
good. Makes you want to get an ice cream or something like that.
Yeah.
Get some Rocky Road.
Yeah. Or vanilla.
That's ice cream shop. I'm a big fan of Magoo's when it comes to ice cream shops. I always say my go-to ice cream place is it's always been Cold Stone.
Yeah.
Even with the price, I think they've had the best ice cream ever. And they used to have one in Hingham, but and swing and a miss.
Yeah.
2 strikes, but yeah, Cold Stone is more like I'm a consistency guy. I can't have ice cream as much now, but I've always been a consistency guy, and Cold Stone was always not hashtag not sponsored. It was definitely my go-to there. What a hit there from Maddie! What a grab! Cohasset 1, 2, 3, and they're out of the inning.
Yeah. And was it the Cold Stone at Derby Street now is now a Ben & Jerry's.
Yeah. Wait, is it Ben & Jerry's now?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Because there was something else too. Because it was something else before I checked. Because I haven't been there in a while. I saw it and I'm like, why did they get rid of it? And I don't even know what the closest Cold Stone is now.
I think it's like Six Flags. I think.
Oh boy, that.
Yeah, it's like 2 hours.
That's a. That would hey, that's a 2-hour drive I'm willing to take.
Yeah, and what is it? And my favorite ice cream place besides Dairy Queen is like Bay State Creamery. It's just like good, like
Dairy Queen's good too.
Yeah, Dairy Queen is
Queen's
good.
awesome.
But it's like the funny thing is Dairy Queen can't technically call their ice cream. They have to call it like treat apparently.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's so weird because it's not like it has to be like a certain percentage of milk.
Yeah.
To be ice cream.
Yeah.
So that was one of those things where I heard that, like I watched that in a video and I'm like, that's interesting. But I mean, this Rockland team needs some ice cream, get some sugar in their step when it comes to scoring runs. But I mean, overall, what's your favorite flavor? Oh, we got a moment.
Vanilla.
Vanilla?
Yeah. A lot of people say, well, that's like the most like plainest flavor. It's like, yeah, I get it, but it's like, you can't go wrong with vanilla.
You really can't. So a good vanilla bean is hard to pass up.
Yeah.
But for me, it would probably that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Probably because my favorite would be peanut butter when you have like the peanut butter pieces in it.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's not technically a flavor, so I'll probably go with like cookie dough.
Yeah. Speaking of which, of Dairy Queen randomly, I think the weirdest thing that I found out about them, they serve other things besides ice cream.
Yes. I've had you know what? Their food's not that bad. Their food, it's not the greatest.
It is?
It's not the greatest. I've had their food.
Okay.
Next to Starland. They had,
Yeah.
They have a place.
But it's like, you think of Dairy Queen as like the ice cream place, not the burger and hot dog joint.
Well, especially the one in Abington that's right next to us. That's purely ice cream. So when I heard that there's food there, you see my eyes like sparkled in amazement. It was really interesting. The only thing I haven't had is their chili cheese dog.
Strike one to Cohasset's batter.
Big I was a big fan of the burger until I found a rock in it. So
Axel?
Oh, rounder. There, can they get the throw to first base in time? No, they can't! Ran with intention to second, but goes back to first. A rare fumble by Maddie. And that will get a runner on first. But yes, that is a true story.
Yeah.
I found a rock in my burger once. Or not a rock, but like definitely was something impenetrable. That
maybe it was a piece of uncooked meat.
I don't think it would be frozen solid. I don't.
Oh.
It was literally rock hard. It felt like a rock. Shout out Dwayne Johnson. House there. Oh, bunt there. Oh.
Ooh.
Trying to catch him off guard, but that'll be safe. Got me thinking about ice cream here. down 7-1.
Yeah.
So here comes Gavin Matos. That'll be a low ball. Gavin Matos trying to work on getting outs here for the Bulldogs. Another attempt to pick off first base. No good. So Cohasset be a quick hit into the dirt. Ball, but Gavin Manos luckily avoids disaster by him trying to go. Crocker here trying to send Heisen over to second. And that will be a steal there. Colin Brown with the throw. Can they get there in time? No, that will be safe.
Ooh. Close, but not in time.
Like I said, close but no cigar.
Nice.
I mean, got me thinking about food now. I haven't eaten today.
Sorry about that.
Nothing like a good Five Guys burger. And that will be a walk.
I think the surprising thing about Five Guys is that they have peanuts. That's kind of like weird because you would think they were known for like their burgers or their fries, but they're peanuts.
I'm telling you right now, they are the only place I know that makes you work for your peanuts.
Yeah.
Other than baseball stadiums, I don't think there's another place that actually do that. It's always like prepackaged peanuts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hit there over the middle.
Ooh.
Will be grabbed by Gavin Manos. Can they get the double play off? Oh, it fell out of his glove.
Oh. Was that interference on the runner?
And maybe, who knows, but overall, I mean, it did kind of fall out of his glove. He went to throw it to first base. But,
yeah,
as the New York Jets would say, he butt fumbled it.
Yeah.
So, or hand fumbled it. So runner
well,
on.
It looked like he like bumped into him when he was walking back.
Very interesting. Maybe a little bit of animosity there. Oh, and another steal there. And it looks like Rockland's just crumbling.
Yeah. Cohasset is starting to be like the wet bandits, but they're actually good at stealing stuff.
Yeah. Number 8 up for Cohasset. Soderberg at the top of the order for the 3rd time today.
In the dirt.
And that'll be a ball. Like I said before, I was able to go to Fenway Park on Saturday.
Nice.
Little fun. It was an anime night.
Oh, nice.
Didn't know that. So there was like anime Red Sox jerseys.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. Unfortunately, they lost. So it's sort of looking like the Red Sox and the Twins right now, where the Twins are rallying the Red Sox. But that'll be a walk, and that'll make it bases loaded, 1 out. So this is a bad way to look if you're Rockland.
Grand slam.
That would be an amazing thing to call, let me tell you.
And we have a mound visit.
But overall, how do you think about this overall season for Rockland while we have a moment here?
Good so far. 6-5, not that bad of a record, considering you guys have been competitive throughout most of the season. So yeah, that's my opinion on it.
Yeah, obviously, one of the things that Coach Joel talked to me when we had our interview. If you look on WRPS, a little bit of a 15-minute interview with Coach. It was awesome. He talked about just slowly improving. This is still a young team. There's a lot of juniors and sophomores on this team. So it's about improving. One of the few leaders on this team is Gavin Manos. But other than that, there's really no seniors on this team. So this team's going to be together and improve going into next season as well.
Yeah.
So going to be really interesting to see. I think for them, they would love to make the playoffs just to have that taste of playoffs because obviously they didn't make it last year. But
yeah,
going to be really interesting to see if they can at least make a comeback today. Would be miraculous. Would be a great game to call. Number 28 up for Cohasset. Gavin Manos. The pitch. Oh, a high fly ball. Maddie looks like she's going to try and grab it. And she will.
What a catch.
And number 15's like taunting, possibly going home, even with them grabbing the ball, which I find hilarious. They're sort of just messing with Rockland at this point.
That's where I saw 15. It looks like he was just like dancing through the baselines.
So Bliss, the pitcher, up for the 3rd time today. Yes. Still 7-1 here. Leave it at the top of the 2nd, top of the 3rd.
Top third.
And that'll be safe. Trying to pick. Maddie leaned off first base to try and catch him. I will say, performance can still be iffy for Maddie, but her IQ is great when it comes to this team.
Yeah.
So Matos, low ball. Got me feeling like I'm a dog, saying ball this many times. But overall, hit over there, trying to grab it and throw the first. No good. That goes past Maddie. That's gonna send 1 run home. That's gonna send 2 runs home, and that's gonna send 3 runs home. That's an RBI double.
A bases clearing double for Bliss. 10-1 Cohasset. Wow. A bases. Just wow.
Instead of just eating the 1 run, they went for the pickoff at first, and no good.
And the pinch runner coming in for Cohasset. And also, it is a 9-1 here. As the runner on first during the bobble did not go home.
I thought that was going to send another run home as well. So that was really interesting. Cohasset just routing the Bulldogs right now, in a rare form where the Bulldogs just look very undisciplined. And the one thing that's it goes back to what Coach Roy was talking to me about. It's limiting those mistakes, but Rockland's making a ton of them today. So now Matos just trying to get out of the inning.
Pinch running for Cohasset is number 13.
13 there at second, taking over for Bliss. That'll be Wallingford there at second base.
And run coming home.
Pitch, and that's going to try and get it home. And that will send another run home for Cohasset. 13 goes to third. And it's getting ugly.
Yep. Getting ugly and getting ugly fast. It is 10-1 here. As, oh boy, ain't looking too good.
And we aren't talking about football. This isn't a touchdown and a field goal. This is just 10 straight runs for Cohasset.
Yeah.
Just absolutely routing the Bulldogs today. Now we had tipped off the ball, so.
My question, is there a mercy rule in high school baseball?
There is.
After how many runs?
I believe it's 10 runs by the 5th inning. So we're getting almost clock's definition of the clock strikes 12. What a good hit there. That will be over the middle.
And
another
down.
Good base hit. That was another run home for Cohasset.
This is very, 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 very surprising from the Dogs. 11-1.
It makes it now since we have a moment and it's not looking like a close game. It makes me think about food. I hate that I brought up food because now I'm hungry. now I don't know what I'm gonna eat when I get home today, but
see what happens.
I mean, hey, I could be in the mood for some takeout. Maybe some Deanne's. Maybe they need some Deanne's. That's another. Oh, and he misses it. Caleb Wallow tried to dive for the ball. That could send 2 runs home, and yes, it will. That's an RBI double.
12-1 Cohasset.
And like you said in the last game, this is a bloodbath. This is looking.
I feel the exact same way. Wow.
This is getting.
This
ugly.
is getting ugly real quick.
It is not getting better whatsoever.
Almost made a catch there from 18.
Is it? It's 11, right?
Yeah, 12.
12 to 1. Yeah. So just talking to our producer there, but yeah, trying to dive for the ball. I mean, Caleb Wallow, he's been tested multiple times, Tommy, and I mean it hasn't looked good whenever he has been tested.
Yeah.
Not the best day for the ball. Sometimes a game just gets away from you.
Yeah, and to the Bulldogs' credit, even if they do lose this game, you're 6-6, 500. That's a good record.
as long as you have that positive record, you have a good shot of making the playoffs. Swing and miss.
Yeah, it's like I think in MIAA, if you have like a record that's either 500 or above, you'll get into the playoffs.
But the biggest thing about this, and the biggest lesson you can take away from this, is that don't have this be the norm. Don't feel like it's okay to lose games as long as there's no playoff involved.
Run coming to third there.
All the way to third, number 6.
This is very, very unlike the Bulldogs here.
I mean, yeah, this is a complete switch from the first game we watched, where it was a 11-0 rally. Oh, good hit there. Very close to hitting a car. Luckily, no damage. Crisis averted. No car alarm set. If anyone's car is back there, I am sorry in advance, even though I have nothing to do with it.
Our producer's truck's back there.
Oh boy. I don't know. That probably won't get hit.
Here comes another.
Another one here. We're trying to ping the car at this point. that white SUV is on was it CarMax watch? That's what they're on.
It's a dartboard. They're aim and fire.
So that was here. And that will be a strikeout. Finally,
we get out of this inning.
Finally. And for Rockland, they're going to try and get on board. But while we have a moment, what about you, Tommy? What's your favorite fast food places?
I already know you're gonna say something about this. My favorite fast food place is probably Taco Bell.
Taco Bell's not bad whatsoever. I haven't had Taco. So my favorite item, not gonna lie, is those Cinnabon Delights.
I've never had those.
I'm telling you, they don't resemble Taco Bell whatsoever.
Yeah.
But they are fantastic. Unfortunately, I can't have them anymore. But still, when I used to have them, they were fantastic.
Yeah.
So definitely for me, Chick-fil-A's up there.
Yeah.
Definitely one of those.
What is it? Here's a shocking thing. I don't like Chick-fil-A.
Really?
Here's the thing. Their milkshakes, amazing. Waffle fries, amazing. Their chicken sandwiches are just not the thingy for me.
Yeah.
Like, if they made like a chicken and cheese sandwich, perfectly fine for me.
Yeah. Just make sure you're in frame for our lovely people here at WRPS.
Yeah.
What's the best local pizza shop?
Best local pizza shop. Ooh, that's a great question.
Mike's.
No
question.
I'm not a fan of Mike's. Sue me. But for me, it would be. I think we lost a soldier. AKA a water bottle. We
My
lost
water
a soldier.
bottle. Thankfully, it was empty.
Sergeant Water Bottle is out here.
Womp womp womp.
Favorite local pizza joint, Seamus.
Okay, it's either Mike's.
I would probably say Themis as well. You know?
Yeah, it's either Mike's or Themis for me, or Corner. Okay.
See, I'm
Sometimes their pizza's good.
See, I'm not the biggest fan of corner pizza. That's just me. I'm not the biggest corner pizza guy.
Well, maybe it's just because I'm like so used to having like giant like at least like 2 box wide pizzas before. I don't know.
It's that Massachusetts style bar pizza.
Oh.
When it has that good crust.
No,
yes.
No, but yeah.
That's why Themis is the one that I always think of. That's absolutely.
I honestly saw Seamus because I live close to it.
Yeah.
It's just a 5-minute walk.
Well, yeah, no, I literally live in the center of center of Rockland, so anywhere I go, I can just grab food. Even if I want to make a little bit of a trip, it's not that far from me.
I think what is it? This may be thingy. What's the best restaurant we have in Rockland? We'll see at the
China Plaza's up there.
Yeah, well.
I love me some China Plaza.
We'll see after this inning. Strike one.
Strike one.
Who?
Reach out to every single one.
Hi, we're WRPS. We want free sponsorship.
Hi, we're WRPS. Give us a free pizza.
We'll just email.
Can we please have it?
Email Mike's, email Themis, email Corner.
So, interesting scenario here, Tommy, is actually Gavin Matos came in as pitcher, but now he's coming in as a batter as well. Was on the bench, but now it's obviously desperate times call for desperate measures.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
Definitely my favorite type of pizza though. Oh, talking about pizza, but that will be foul. He tried to grab that for an out. But for me, there's a place I believe it's over in Whitman that does this like dessert pizza. It's basically a Oreo dessert pizza.
Oh, that's pretty
with
sick.
Oreo and frosting.
Yeah.
I used to have it when I was like really young. Part
Yeah.
of the reason I have some problems now. But overall, I mean, it was a fantastic pizza.
Yeah.
And
On the ground.
Grounder right to first.
Ooh.
Oh, he dropped it. Can he get there in time? He's safe.
I have to give a clap up for that one. That was a pretty good play.
That was a heads-up play. I mean, even with the pitcher thinking that he was going to get to first base, it was an absolute fumbling the ball. I mean, if we had a sponsorship today, Tommy, it would be Butterfingers because it is slipping through everyone's hands today.
Nobody better lay a finger on my Butterfinger.
And it
Whoa.
looks like
was that? Wait.
looks like we got a balk, I believe.
No, a balk would mean the runner would get on.
Interesting. So he's on second now. Hey, anything to give Rockland the win, am I right? I'll be a ball. Bliss honestly having a fantastic game so far.
What does it say? I do have to admit, like an underrated restaurant here in Rockland has to be Santa Fe Burritos.
That is a new one, and that is a fantastic spot.
Yeah,
it is basically Chipotle. It is a cheaper Chipotle.
Yeah,
and it is fantastic.
I haven't had it yet.
I've had it once. It's absolutely a must try. Hit grounder, and that will go to second base. Can they throw it there in time? Yes, they can. That's an out. One out, but Gavin Matos does advance to third base. Now I'm really hungry. Oh my goodness.
Okay, we'll stop talking about food.
I can't. I love food. I'm the definition of an American. I love food and sports. There's nothing else that occupates my mind. That's why I want to be a sports broadcaster.
Yeah. I think the worst sports bet that I've lost was either when I bet on a football game and I had to get a buzz cut, or when I had to change my wallpaper as the New York Yankees if the Yankees made it to
You could not pay me enough money to ever do that in my entire life.
But here's the thing.
That is one of the few teams that I despise more than real life human beings. The Yankees are up there.
Well, here's the good news. I only had to do it for a week.
Hit from Hatch, but that'll just go over the back of the stadium. I will say the back of the stadium is getting a lot of home runs.
Yeah.
So, if home runs were counted that way and it was reversed, Bulldogs would be up 20-0. But fortunately, that isn't the case.
I've never seen a person hit a home run on this field before.
That would be a fantastic way to call it.
Yeah.
Maybe you jinxed it. Maybe Hayden Hatch is going to hit one right here.
Never know.
And that'll be a ball.
What was it? The bus cut one. I think it was I think it was the Bengals were facing some football team, and I said, okay, I don't think the Bengals will win that game. I will bet that if the Bengals win, I'll get a bus cut. And my friend took that literally.
It didn't really work. So that'll be 2 outs there. But Gavin Matos gets home. That's a run scored for the Bulldogs. But it's like Chris Paul cutting the lead to 43. I mean, it's
42.
Yeah, it's we still have 10 runs for the Bulldogs to hit.
12-2. What was it? The funny thing was, guess what happened 5 days later after the bus cut?
How many? What happened?
Picture day.
Oh, that's fun. Oh, a good hit there. Oh, what a grab from the Cohasset center fielder.
I had to give that a clap. That's pretty good.
What tracking from Cohasset. Right when Rockland gets some scoring done, they immediately shut it down.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
What is it? Here's a good question. What's the best barbecue place you've been to? I already know mine. I'd say Sarcastic Swine in Abington. That's pretty good.
That's a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna go in a different direction. There's a Brazilian steakhouse that's
Is it in Rockland?
Yeah, it's on.
Oh, I love that one. That one's pretty good.
I get their food all the time. It is fantastic. Let me tell you.
I heard they have fried pineapple there.
Yeah, and they have papaya.
Oh, nice.
Papaya. They have plantains.
Yeah.
They have a bunch of good stuff. I love Brazilian food.
Yeah.
Definitely up there for me. But nothing much to talk about. Obviously, for Rockland, they're just trying to prevent more runs being scored, but for the most part,
Yeah, I think that would be kind of funny that what is it? If the Bulldogs had like a doubleheader and we covered both games, we'd be like, for the love of God, just end it after this.
end my misery.
End the misery.
We'll say while we do have a moment, you know, shout out to Rocco's Rewind. Rocco
Yeah.
couldn't be with us today, but he's recording an episode right now. So that's,
Yeah, just wrapped up a couple like an hour ago. And what is it? He's going. I swear, he's going like full like Twin Peaks all of a sudden on us. Like his Instagram page is Twin Peaks.
like he's wearing the clothes, or
No, he's like his show is turning into Twin Peaks.
No offense, I do not want to see Rocco in a Twin Peaks uniform.
Oh
Please.
God.
Please, that was the last thing I'd want.
Yeah, cause like he.
That would I would want that burned from
Wait,
my memory. The moment it
Yeah.
happened.
Do we have a pitching change or no? Matos stays in. Sorry about that. I thought Levy was about to pitch.
I mean, it probably would be your best bet. I mean,
Yeah.
like we saw last game, like we said before, Levy's been your best guy to go to when it comes to pitching. He had a fantastic day in really bad weather conditions. So if they go to him, don't be surprised. But like we said before, Rocco's actually going to be joining us for the rest of the baseball games, I believe. So
Yeah.
that should be a lot of fun. And pitch there low. That'll be a ball.
Let's see if Cohasset can tack on more.
From the way it's looking right now, that's 100% a possibility. So
In the dirt. And down below us, we have, who is that? I think that is number 12 for the Bulldogs, warming up with Joey Mann. So new pitcher coming up soon here for the Dogs, I think. I think that's Caleb Wallow, if I'm not mistaken, number 12.
yeah, it looks like it will be. So moving from the outfield into pitching, it'll be really interesting to see if that will be the case. I don't know if you can see on our behind the plate camera. There's one lone person in the outfield sitting there. Hopefully he's having a good seat. He's seen a bunch of balls go. We've seen a bunch of balls go over. See a bunch of balls go over the outfield his way.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, those are better seats now than you expect. Because
Yeah.
he's seen a lot of balls go into the outfield.
Yeah. It's kind of like Section 41 in Fenway Park. Perfect seat.
Yeah, cheap, and could get a home run.
Yeah.
Like I said before, I was actually there on that Saturday game, and when the Twins hit a home run, I was actually next to the lady who threw the baseball back, and she immediately got kicked out.
Yeah.
No hands up. Like security sprinted to her.
Yeah. That's a deep
a
drive.
fantastic hit there to
And
left field, but
that's
that will be
caught.
out.
I thought that was about to fall in the gap there.
I mean, yeah, we thought a bunch of balls were going to be caught, but they've fallen in the gap, so I don't blame
Yeah.
you. But good tracking there, at least finally.
Yeah. What was that? A funny thing from Red Sox game. I went to one recently, and I went with one of my friends, and it was against the White Sox, and the White Sox also have Andrew Benintendi. I'm still upset about that. And so I said to him before he went up, he says, they have a no-hitter, and then he says, you realize Andrew Benintendi's probably going to end the no-hitting streak, right? I was like, yeah. And guess what happens the first pitch after he says that?
Man.
Home run to Andrew Benintendi.
Andrew Benintendi, Jackie Bradley Jr., Mookie Betts,
I missed them.
the killer bees, as they were called. But overall,
Yeah, well, we got Duran.
definitely pretty good. Love me some Jaron Duran.
And Trevor Story.
That'll be a ball. Trevor Story not having the best year.
I saw
It's
when I
mediocre.
went to see him, he had 3 home run shots.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe one of the only times he does that. Here we go, number 17 for Cohasset, trying to get something to go.
3-1 count.
Ball in the dirt multiple times for Matos. He has to be getting frustrated. One pitch. Swing and a miss.
And we are at the top of the 4th, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
You gotta sound confident when you do it. It's like, yeah, we're at top 4. Oh, we're at the top 5. That's what I meant. I'm testing you. Good hit there. Oh,
Oh!
trying to dive for it. He can't grab it. Another base hit for Cohasset.
Yeah.
And it's just getting uglier and uglier for Rockland.
Yeah. Speaking of baseball, I think the most angriest thing was ever felt was when the Woo Sox went from Pawtucket to Worcester. I was so upset by it.
I've been to that Pawtucket Stadium.
It's so nice.
It was a beautiful stadium.
It's a beautiful stadium. Like, I think I got a jersey from that place. I got a Jackie Brown Jr. bobblehead. Like, yeah.
And that'll be a grounder to first. He tried to bunt it. No good there. So Rockland will get back up in, 10 runs. Tommy, I got to ask you a question. Do you believe in miracles? Because that's exactly what Rockland needs right now.
I thought you were about to quote Al Michaels there for a second.
Oh, boy. love me some Al Michaels.
Yes.
I think he's still doing Thursday Night Football.
Yeah.
So it's cool. Whenever I ever do watch the Thursday Night Football games, I just go on Twitch. Just watch it there.
Yeah. What is it? I remember that one time where the Patriots were doing so bad, they didn't have a player. They had Bill Belichick literally just standing there next to T.J. Watt. I was like,
that was the game that Billy Zappi won for them.
Oh yeah.
That was the Zappi Fever game.
Yeah.
So that was
what was it? I do have to admit my jersey collection is not good, but it pulls up at the end like.
What's the wildest jersey you have?
Mac Jones red alternate.
Okay. How about I'll one up you. How about a Kemba Walker Celtics jersey?
Oh my God!
I'm such a big fan of Kemba Walker. Not a
he did nothing for us.
And I know I'm not, but not a UConn guy, but still regional guy.
Yeah.
So it was cool when he came here, and then he was injured for most of the time. Not his fault. Kemba Walker on
Look
the
at
Hornets
Gordon Hayward as well.
Great. Yeah, signed in, then immediately broke his leg.
Yeah. And then you got Kyrie Irving who betrayed us.
Great. He's looking like ripped now.
Yeah.
I saw him on like Jazz TV or something like that. He's looking absolutely ripped. He's looking fantastic. So.
Yeah.
And
then what is it? I'm trying to get right now a Kristaps Porzingis black alternate Celtics jersey right now.
Those are definitely good. What I might get sooner rather than later is a Christian Campbell yellow jersey.
Oh yeah.
Get those yellow jerseys.
Oh yeah. What is it? I have a really weird thing for you. My mom and my family hates the yellow jerseys.
Really?
No, this is a true statement. Going back to when I went to that game, she said that they look like Pez guys.
Okay, you know what? Now that you say that, now that's not going to escape my head. Okay.
They look.
Now that you say that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but I'm also very, very, very upset at what the White Sox did.
I can probably fact check this with our producer as well, but I think they used to give out Pez dispensers at school as well.
Oh yeah.
Probably in like middle school or something like that. We were in the same class.
Oh my God.
Trying to avoid unk status. Shame on you. All right.
Yeah.
But no good there.
What is it? Yeah, I'm very upset at the White Sox right now for what they did with their City Connect jerseys.
Dude, I like the new City Connect jerseys for
the White Sox?
No, the Red Sox.
They released them?
I don't know, but they were leaked. The Green Monster ones.
But that's not their official ones yet.
I wish they were official because they look really good.
What is it? I'm also very upset at the White Sox right now. And I'll show you a pic. Have you seen the White Sox new City Connect uniforms?
I'd rather not talk about them because I have seen them.
Oh God.
Because those are, and it hits the shed behind us.
Seth, go run and get it.
How about that home run, Rockland? My goodness.
12 to 3.
Yeah, very, very close to our heads. We could have grabbed that if we were 10 feet tall, but.
And here's
Rockland could have easily grabbed that, yes.
Yeah, for like what is it? The speaking of the White Sox, here's my opinion on it. You have a gorgeous City Connect uniform that says Southside. It looks awesome. Then what do? You go with the Bulls? Really?
It's called living off past glories. We're starting to do that as New England sports fans, but a walk there will get Rockland at least one base on.
Yeah. I don't think he can hear you.
And trying to pick him off, but that'll be safe.
Mm.
Of course, we just heard a Star Wars ringtone, May the 4th, just this past Sunday. Big Star Wars guy?
No.
I'm the same way. Same way with me. Like my
Ooh,
mom.
Bliss getting to talk to you by the ump.
So I think it was just a ball change there for Bliss, but I never could get into like Star Wars. I could never get into Harry Potter. My mom forced me to watch every single movie.
Yeah.
Like in a good way. Like not in a bad way. Like she
like
forced me to watch
dragging
every
you to the
movie.
movie theaters.
The thing is, first thing I ever watched when I was young was sports. So I've always loved sports. So
yeah,
sports first.
What is it? This is a hot take, by the way. Remember the Titans is the greatest sports movie made.
I'm definitely a fan of The Longest Yard.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I recently rewatched Coach Carter. Coach Carter's a fantastic movie.
Wait, what?
The basketball one.
I don't remember that
Samuel
one.
L. Jackson.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, it's a fantastic
I've only
one.
seen clips of it.
Steal Air. Can they get there in time? Yes.
No. Oh, yeah, they will.
Don't hate the play because at this point you just need any runs at this point. So
yeah.
So you got to risk it for the biscuit, like a Popeyes biscuit. But this time it looks like they have a Popeyes biscuit right now, but no water, so it's been dry.
Yeah.
Listen, if you don't stop me, I'm gonna be making all the food
food puns.
I mean, Rocco was great because we talked about movies that I've never even heard of or only watched once, like Rat Race. So I thought that was funny.
Yeah, Rat Race is a good movie. Also, speaking of which, how's the Mario Super Slugger series going?
That's great. It's actually starting up this Saturday.
Nice.
So
who's the defending champ?
It's the Diddy Kong Monkeys.
Oh, nice.
So.
Yeah. I saw a couple of the videos. Not bad.
Yeah. Starting up season 2. A little bit of we had our draft, so very interesting. I mean, one thing that happened was we let people keep 3 of their best players, and then the rest of the players went into the draft, so a bunch of different people went different places. So
who was the number 1 overall pick? That's my question.
Bowser.
That makes total sense.
Bowser,
that makes total sense.
So walk there, we'll get a runner on for Rockland.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bowser was a captain last season.
Yeah.
Didn't really live up to expectations. That was actually the team that got the first overall pick from being that bad. So they actually switched captainship over to Peach. So Peach is the captain of that team now.
Now my main question is, did he draft his father Donkey?
No, they're actually on different teams.
Oh.
And from season 1, they were on different teams when they did the captain selection. One of the newer captains is actually Birdo.
Oh.
The Birdo Bows.
Yeah.
So.
Now here's my question, and I still can't figure this out. Is Birdo Luigi's girlfriend? Is it his sister?
I thought Luigi's girlfriend was Daisy. I thought maybe Yoshi is Birdo's boyfriend. I could be wrong. Swing and a miss.
Yeah.
Levy having a not so good day, but so is the rest of Rockland. So lead us air up to bat.
Here we go.
So trying to get some runs on the board for the Bulldogs. You have 2 runners on. This is the perfect opportunity. Can they get anything to go there? Swing and a miss, but that will be a quick steal because of the wild pitch. Runners on second and third.
Yeah, Yeah. Speaking of sports, I think me and you can agree Juan Soto has not lived up to expectation with that huge contract.
I mean, yeah, but the Mets are still probably the best. I think one of the best records. I know.
Dodgers are the best.
Surprisingly, in the AL, guess who has the best record? The Detroit Lions.
You mean the Tigers?
The Detroit Tigers, yes. I don't know either. Yeah, the Detroit Lions with Jared Goff as their pitcher. My goodness.
Quarterback.
Yeah, I know. I completely missed that. But
Yeah.
I'm getting back into baseball.
Yeah.
I was obviously into baseball obviously when we were winning a lot. Dustin Pedroia was the first jersey I ever got.
Nice.
So.
First jersey I think I got for ever was randomly a red alternate Aaron Hernandez jersey.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna dive in on that.
We will end that conversation right there.
Yeah.
Safe to say it's not.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that.
Not the time.
I was just gonna leave it at that.
Strikeout there. Second strikeout for the Bulldogs. Maddie will come up.
Okay, my first jersey that for hockey was randomly a Charlie McAvoy jersey. Yeah, that ain't too
I don't know
good.
what my first jersey. My first jersey was a. That's a great question. Definitely if Brad Marchand or Patrick Beverly swing, but that'll be tipped and foul. Rockland with 2 runners in scoring position. My apologies. The pitch. That'll be ball.
Ooh, looks like a strike to me.
One count. Was trying to get out of the inning for Cohasset, prevent any damage, and sort of keep together his great game. Oh, what a hit there over the stadium!
And
And that'll hit the shed in the back.
Yep. I think a non-jersey that I'm trying to get right now is a Reds Ellie De La Cruz in their New City Connect uniforms because it just looks like something out of Star Wars. It looks awesome.
And oh my goodness, that would be a bunt there. Can they throw it to first in time? Yes, they will.
Yes. I think we're at the top of the 5th now, if I'm not mistaken.
So Rockland will go back out on defense. 2 runners in scoring position. Kind of like my words, they're fumbling every scoring opportunity that they've gotten. I mean, it's just been a rough outing for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, definitely. So, if I had to say if you're the Bulldogs, maybe try to improve to the next game. I definitely have to say that. And did a team order pizzas? I think a team ordered pizzas.
I think probably.
Did someone? I think someone just
if
ordered a
Cohasset
pizza.
ordered pizzas up 12-2. That will probably be one of the greatest moments in my sports broadcasting career. That would be a
that would be just
fantastic
hilarious if a team just called up a pizza place. It's like, hey, so we're up 12-2 in a baseball game. Can we just get 15 pepperonis?
Listen. We talked about the sayings. That's adding pepperoni to injury. That's exactly what's happening, dude.
Well, okay, that'd be funny if the guy just walks up here and just anyone want a free pizza? And was like,
courtesy of Cohasset Baseball.
we'll take some pizza.
So, what's your favorite type of pizza? What's your go-to topping?
Probably meatball, and it's not by a player or a team. It's by a parent.
I don't blame him. Hey.
I don't blame him. Pizza's good.
Nothing good with a good pizza slice, you know?
Yeah.
Definitely my favorite would probably just be a meat lovers.
Yeah.
Sausage, bacon.
Yeah.
I don't know how people can like anchovies. I've yet to try them off of pure principle of me never liking anchovies.
Yeah, but here's a weird thing, and you're gonna think this is totally weird. I was in an airport once. I think it was in Cleveland when I went to visit Cleveland and explore down there. You're not gonna believe this. You will not guess what sauce I had besides marinara on the pizza that I had there.
Was it Alfredo?
No.
What was it?
You would not think it would go on pizza.
Apple juice?
No.
I don't.
Barbecue sauce.
Oh, I've heard of those before. I thought it was something unorthodox, like.
Yeah, I saw.
What, pineapple juice?
I thought it was like Marmite or something like that. Oh, a pop fly! Can they get there in time? And no, they can't.
Oh no!
Oh, Coach Doyle's gonna have a word with him after this game. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that was a simple pop fly.
Simple pop fly. Mattos is shaking his head. He knows he should have gotten that.
Wow.
Bliss up the bat.
Wow. This is
At this point, I'm not even joking. Cohasset should order pizza. I mean, they got.
But where
they're
from?
I don't know. They probably have a spot down there in Cohasset. I will say, like Cohasset, that shore area, they have good pizza.
Yeah.
They have some good pizza spots. I haven't been there.
So
in a
does
while.
Hull. Hull the hell has some good pizza spots.
Yeah.
It's never open.
Those Bayside restaurants are always pretty good.
Yeah.
And grounded there.
There's
Can
one.
they get the double play? No, they can't. Another error.
And that's a double.
They get the one
Wow.
out, but we talked about the IQ of Maddie. Maddie's just struggling on the performance side today.
Definitely. And we have a pinch runner coming in.
His runner, obviously. Want to save the stamina of the pitcher. Trying to, not a no-hitter, but trying to get like a complete game. Only one earned run would be huge for his stat line. Get some colleges interested. We talked about probably one of the greatest plays I've ever seen live. The McFarland catch off the bat when he caught it on the mound. So swing and a miss. That was I posted that to my TikTok. That was definitely one of the craziest plays I've ever seen. So.
Speaking of which, for like baseball randomly, when I play like Mario Super Sluggers, I cannot understand the announcer's voice. Like, it's like I don't even know what he's saying half the time.
I think it's a Lakitu.
Oh, it's Lakitu.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, the pizza guy that was here a couple minutes ago is bringing in a giant bottle of soda.
But yeah, I think that's someone just transporting pizzas, I believe. I could be wrong, but maybe we should get one of our WRPS guys down there. Steal us a box, you know. If the camera goes idle all of a sudden, you'll know why.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss.
Maybe send our producer down there.
Oh, there's like 1,700 pizzas down there. And hit. Oh, another one. High fly, and that will go behind the stadium.
Oh, it fell into like that weird like fenced-in area where like a generator is.
If the goal was to get a home run is to hit it over the stadium, we would have 17 home runs right now.
Which would be probably a record.
Probably at this point. So Rockland trying to just get out of this inning, get back on offense.
And the pizzas go away. They must have.
Nothing like a wrong address, you know.
Whoa,
Oh, good hit
that's
there
a
to
roll
left field. Can they grab it? No, they can't. Fair. Going around the bases. That will be an RBI double for Cohasset.
Wow.
What a fantastic hit there.
Like, oh my God, it's seeming like more and more like that one scene from It Chapter 2 where Beverly's just sinking in the blood.
What a fantastic.
And we've got no, we do not have a new pitcher.
I think they're just gonna let Mattos ride it out. I think at this point they're just trying to get out of the game. Could be wrong though. I mean, at this point, what you're looking for is
what's
just
going on? What?
I don't understand that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about that.
Casper the Friendly Ghost is on third. Talk about Ghost Runner.
It's like when you have like an uneven like group of people, and it's like Casper the Friendly Ghost. It's like Ghost Runner. You have to like you have to touch the base of the Ghost Runner to get the Ghost Runner out. It's confusing.
Makes me think of Ghostbusters.
Who you gonna call? Go, Buster.
Promising.
Wait, it's not 14. Oh, yeah, it is 14 to 2.
A little bit of clouds rolling in. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so those are probably those clouds.
Yeah, it's pretty shade.
Gets a little shade here. Try to put shade on this game. Nice little cool breeze. Like I said before, it was felt like a hurricane last time we were out. So, or a tornado, one of the two. Hit there, a gut
Deep
high
drive.
fly ball. Can they get to it in time?
Nope.
Oh, miscommunication. The
Wow.
left fielder and shortstop tried to go for it.
When I saw both of them running at it, I thought it'd be like that one scene in Major League where they back up into each other.
I thought they were gonna go head-on collision.
Yeah.
There. So really interesting here. Already 12 runs.
Down.
With a chance of it to be even worse. And that will be
That's
a
sent.
foul ball. Meadows, the pitch. And
That's
another
over.
foul ball, this time over the stadium.
That's like
Our
left.
stadium count is at 7. So how about you, Tommy? What do you think about, your time at WRPS so far?
It's been good so far, getting to do a radio show next year. Got to check off one of the bucket list thingies for me I wanted to do in high school, so yeah.
That's awesome. Strikeout there.
Yeah.
One of the rare strikeouts from Meadows.
And also, if you're wondering what that bucket list item was, is I was trying to see if I could call a Rockland versus Abington game at any sport. I got to be able to do that once. It was very fun, and in a 2-2 tie. I don't talk about the second game that I covered with against Rockland versus Abington in hockey.
Yeah, that from the sounds of it did not go well. But,
4-1 loss.
But I mean, oh, good hit there, deep to center field. That ball will drop. Will center run home? No, that will just be bases loaded.
And now you've got 2 runners in scoring position, threatening the score even more for Rockland.
Of course, when I was in high school, like I like saying back in the day, Rockland versus Abington was a very heated rivalry. It's probably toned down from how bad it was because there used to be fights, especially in the football games.
Yeah.
We did not like each other whatsoever.
Yes.
It was like that Michigan-Ohio State rivalry. It's
yeah.
It's pretty. It was pretty big.
Yeah. Thankfully, I don't think they had to use pepper spray on you guys.
Oh boy.
Yeah. What is it? For the Rockland Abington game that I covered, I gave me and Rocco 2 times we were allowed to talk bad about Abington. We used both of them up before the game even started.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it went by quick.
And again, rearing him and hit there.
Popped
That's
up.
going to be a pop fly. Can Colin Rao get to it? Trying to find
He
it. And he
will.
does.
No!
No, it's dropped.
Oh, I thought he had it.
Was in the glove and
Oh!
he dropped it. And that will be
Safe.
safe.
Oh my goodness. Oh, nope.
And I don't know.
Run does not score.
So I
was
guess
about to say.
that was a foul. I don't know why he went for that, but
Yeah. Randomness, I guess.
very interesting.
It is not 15 to 2.
Unfortunate. But like I said before, we're going to have a lot more games to cover, so a lot more
Yeah.
chance for some Rockland W's.
Zone. Yeah, I think the Abington rivalry, it's still there. It always will be there. It's just, it's not as toned down as Rockland will walk in a run.
Yeah,
15
we're
to
looking
2
like
now.
We're looking like Cohasset Public School Network at this point. We're just commentating on a Cohasset game, and that's
And
15.
do we have another? We have another pitcher.
We do. will be Caleb Wallow coming in. So interesting there to see if Caleb Wallow can get some more strikeouts here for Rockland. Very, very good game. I believe we're at the top of the fourth?
Fifth.
Top of the fifth. So a few more innings to go.
We may get out of here a little bit early due to the mercy rule, if I'm not mistaken.
Could be the case.
Yeah.
Depending, I know Coach Joel's never a quitter, though.
Yeah.
The one, while we have a moment, it's one of those few things that I love about Coach Joel, especially when he was my coach in football. He was always one of those guys that wanted the best out of you no matter what. He didn't care about the score. He didn't care if you were getting blown out. He just wants the best out of you. And that's why he got the most out of us for, everything.
Yeah.
Like I think not only is he a fantastic coach, he's a fantastic human being. And I really mean that.
Like I've had him as my camp counselor, and I think
Camp counselor?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I think the one time he yelled at me was on accident, but it was kind of my fault. So, now I got to tell a story. So, we went to this place, I forgot where it was, and I took home a balloon, and the balloon was not tied. Now, that will come into play earlier. So, I dropped my phone on the bus on the way home, and I had the balloon in my hand, and I think it was my friend's phone at the other time. So I let go of the balloon for a split second, and it flies out the window right in front of the bus driver. And then he's like, "Tommy, what did you do?" I'm like, "It's not my fault." And then he's like, "I'm not mad at you. Just don't let it happen again."
Coach Joel is just like that disappointed parent whenever you do something wrong. I had him as my gym school teacher, and there's so many cases of people who just skip class just to go to gym, and he'd look at him, he'd go like this. Coach Joel, like I said, I was able to talk with him other than the interview as well. When that 15-minute interview, if you haven't checked it, check it on the WRPS YouTube channel.
I will definitely have to check that out.
He's just a fantastic human being. Like just being able to catch up with him and everything like that. So really hoping that Bulldogs make the playoffs because this team, while young, is still pretty good.
As you see, a Bulldogs player heading to the locker room, I see. That's kind of surprising.
Didn't even see who that was, so hopefully no injury there. Last thing we want.
Down by 13.
So Cohasset. So Caleb Wallow will be up the pitch.
We are, I think, at 2 outs, I think.
Caleb Wallow. Swing and a miss. Caleb Wallow trying his best to keep Rockland in this game for as much as he can. Trying to get a good performance to go for others. What a swing and a miss there. Caleb Wallow with the strikeout to get them out of the situation. What a play.
And now we head to the bottom of the fifth here.
Bottom of the fifth.
This game could be over soon. We do not know the mercy rule, so we'll see what happens.
So out of all the sports going into next season as well, what are you most excited for?
Probably football. Football, definitely. It's going to be fun. I think Rockland versus Abington is at home for football, so that'll be a fun one to cover. I actually got the schedule today for the football season. Yes, it's already out in May. I'll make sure to show that to you afterwards. But it should be a good, fun couple of season. They lost a bunch of it, and I think this is going off the track forward, and I'm just going to look directly in the camera here. Just get more than one win, please. Please.
Football is definitely one of, if not my favorite sport when it comes to just in general. So it's an honor to be able to call it. Obviously, just shout out to the producer Seth and everyone here allowing me to be the de facto go-to guy for play-by-play. So
and it's just like, yes, I knew we lost a bunch, but it was just like I did pep band last year, and it was just like so frustrating having to walk back every single game.
But hey, when you're at the bottom, there's nowhere to go but up.
Yeah.
But like I said before, it is an honor I was able to talk to the producer after that first game and talk about how he wants me, WRPS wants me to do play-by-play, and that's really cool, and it's really cool that trust in that. So I'm really excited for next season as well. Not only the rest of this baseball season.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, a funny thing about it was that during the football season, during what was it, pep band, we had a game, and it was right on the night that I'm not even gonna say it, but let's just say it was a huge boxing event that was very, very awful in 2024. I think you know what it is. Yeah.
You don't even have to say anything else.
Yeah, you don't even have to say anything.
The day the day boxing died, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, well, they kind of brought it back. It's slowly bringing back, but...
Oh, my goodness, a good hit there, but what a grab! Oh, my goodness, what tracking from Cohasset!
And by the way, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll just say it. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. Dear God, it hurts my brain.
The fact that game was able to be bet on is it's immaculate. But going back to that play, I mean Buckley there in left field, or I believe that's right field. Let me double check, make sure I'm not getting my words. But yeah, it's Hessen. I mean, what a tracking by him. I mean, Cohasset firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
I mean good chance they can still make the playoffs if they get on a little bit of a win streak. But oh my goodness, another good hit there, and that ball will drop. So he will get the first. So runners on. The thing is, it's not about the runners on that has been the problem. It's been once the runners are on, it just goes downhill real quickly for Rockland. So
yeah, definitely.
Gonna be really interesting to see.
Number 8 here. Number 8 is
Joey Mann.
Ooh,
Joey Mann
the
up to
Manimal.
So it looks like they're going into their bench right now. Don't blame them.
Yeah, the Manimal is a me and Rocco call him. Yeah. Also, a funny thing that me and everyone at the station rags on Rocco. That's one, and
at least they get the one out, but they can't get the second one. Joey Mann will get the first.
Yeah. And so what was it? You can ask Rocco and Joey Mann this. Rocco is Joey Mann's #1 fan, and for the longest time, Joey never scored a goal in hockey. And then the one game Rocco misses, guess what happens?
He scores a goal.
He scores.
Yep.
So then we just kept on telling him, he's like, I know, I missed it. And he's like, dude, it's a historical event.
Is Joey Mann more of a defenseman or?
He's a defenseman.
Yeah, that makes sense. They're more of the passing guys for the forwards, but hey, slap shot top of the blue line, you'd love those. But
yeah.
So from Rockland trying to get make it not look as bad. At least make it look like a formidable score. Well said. They haven't took Bliss out. Very interesting. I mean, he's having a good day, but you don't want to push it. Whenever you have a pitcher who's having a good day, take him out when he's having a good day, so he feels good going into the next game.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're trusting him to just continue to be good, but make sure he doesn't crumble.
As they say now, let the man cook.
That'll be a strike.
Hike. 3-1 count. I think that's 6 batting.
Yeah, Dustin Ayer up to bat. The stud freshman,
that's
a ball there. I mean, talking about Dustin Ayer, when I talked to Coach Doyle, he got a lot of praise. He was one of those people that he raved about, and he really thinks that can be really good, not only this season, but going into future seasons as well. So got caught up from JV halfway through the year, and he's been fantastic. So 2 runners on for Rockland. Swing and a miss. Cooper LaRocco trying to get something to go for the Bulldogs. Really, besides tag-ups, there really hasn't been a true run scored for the Bulldogs. They're trying to get something to go here.
Foul.
Tip the ball. That'll be foul.
And into the what is it? Memorial, I think.
I will say this is, even with the stadium, looking unorthodox, it's still a beautiful stadium.
Yeah.
I always loved playing football here. Blitz to LaRocco. And that's a pop fly.
Heads.
Heads up, almost went right to the stands there. You can see in the outfield, the lacrosse team supporting the team from the outfield.
And that's the
That'll just be a ball.
ball.
Cooper LaRocco trying to get something to go for the Bulldogs. And tip ball, that'll be foul.
Staying alive.
I was just thinking about that song. Yep.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that song the moment you said that.
Yeah.
I can't hit that octave anymore. I used to in high school, but. Bliss. Ooh, low
he hit him?
ball. That'll be foul. Thought it was a hit,
Oh,
but
I
no.
thought. Yeah, he moved his foot like he hit him.
So, I would say, take the hit, take the base, but
Yeah.
some of these pitchers in high school are throwing like 60, 70 miles an hour. I mean, it's really impressive what they're able to do. Another pop fly.
He's gonna hit that.
And oh my goodness, for those of you who don't know, we were literally milliseconds away from the producer's truck getting hit, and that was.
It would
we all held our
right
breath up
on
here.
his, I think, his like hood.
It would have hit his headlight. It would have.
Yeah, headlight or hood.
As long as it doesn't hit the cop car that's back there, that's all that matters.
And the cop car is moving now.
That'd be the worst case scenario. That would just be the worst luck ever if a cop car comes in.
It was like an inch away from it, I swear. I don't think it would do much damage. If it hit the headlight, it'd probably break the headlight. And that's the ball game.
And I believe the mercy rule will be intact. 5 innings. An unfortunate loss for Rockland High School.
Definitely.
So Cohasset gets 15. Rockland gets 2. What do you think Rockland can at least take away from this game?
Maybe if they do face Cohasset in the future, maybe just do like a better job. I think, like you guys
Just
played
be better.
just be better.
Yeah, but
I felt Rockland did a great job today, even though it was a 15-2 loss. Like it's frustrating at this level because like you really think like you're like really pumped up going into this game. Just tough loss.
Yeah, and obviously going forward, I mean, I think this was just one of those things where it's a bad pitching day. Like it was one of those things where pitching just wasn't there from the beginning, and it just really nothing was really working out for you. So,
alrighty. So
with that being said, Rockland will be going to 6-6, and Cohasset will be going to 6-8.
Yeah.
So Cohasset now with a good shot to actually make the playoffs.
Yeah,
they go on a
just
little bit of a
2
run.
more, and you're at 500. Then move on from there.
With that being said, that will do it for us. Me and
Tommy, I didn't know you were queuing me.
Yeah, no, but yes, me and Tommy here from WRPS, from everyone here